Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Functioning Chat with Kettle Kitchen. Let's get started. Oh, I guess you don't want to see me try to dance. I get that. I have a special guest with me today, but we won't tell her how special she is, okay? Hello, Miss Tiffany. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Rena LaRue, Lori, prepping for heaven, Deanna Elliott. That's a
Hello.
new name to me. Hello, thank you for
Mhm.
coming in. Teresa Jukiewicz, thank you for me thanking you.
Thank you for me thanking you.
Yes, help me help you, because that
Yes,
is what I'm here for. Really, it
yes,
is.
yes, it is.
Speaking of help me help you, Miss Tiffany,
Yes. Hello, Teresa. Hey, everybody.
how you doing today?
Good?
A little warmer than you were in previous days?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. You found me from Croctober. Well,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you very much, and hopefully you find anything I can provide. And my friends who join me, hopefully they can provide you something as well, because we're a great group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, so we're moving on to part number 2.
Yes.
So last week, let's bring everybody up to speed. Lori, that's fine. You do what you got to do. Tiffany is hosting her first collaboration in January.
Mm-hmm.
And what name did we come up with, Tiffany?
Tailgate time.
Tailgate Time. That is what the name of it will be, as well as the hashtag, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That being said, we had moved into logo making.
Mm-hmm.
And when we ended last week, we were happy with what was there.
Right.
You had an individual who reached out to you, which I want to give full credit to, Christine, Miss
Yes.
Christine from Gillum Farm, Mrs. Christine from Gillum Farms. She
Yes.
threw out at you a logo she thought would look better, and I do agree. I think it
Mm-hmm.
really encapsulated what you wanted it to show.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, Jamie's Country Living and Mimi's Dishes,
Hey.
Rhonda. Hello, guys. Thank you for coming in. Um, So we're going to move off of that. But in order to do that, I want everybody to see what the finalized logo was. So I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to share a screen. Are you ready to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before I do that, I want everybody to understand this is Tiffany's gig, I guess is the word I'm looking at. And I am here helping her get it set up. She's the one doing it. I'm not co-hosting or anything. This will be Tiffany's solo on her own collab that she will be setting up. But it doesn't mean people can't help her get to where she wants to be
Right.
prior to putting everything out. Oh, look who joined us, Suburban Hillbilly,
Hey.
and Miss Christine's in with us now. We just gave credit to you for the logo. So
Yep.
thank you.
And
Um,
Jamie's in here. Jamie's Country Living and Mimi.
yes, I said that. Yep.
Okay.
But thank you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
heaven knows I forget a lot of them a lot of the time, so I don't try to do that. So, um, Christine, I think what I said just a few seconds ago, if you didn't hear it, was what you gave to Tiffany really encapsulated what she was looking for. And I think it turned out great. So this is, and I'm going to move us around a little, Tiffany, so people can see a little better.
Mhm.
Let me go into here and I can make it a little bigger.
So this would be the logo that actually goes on the video.
Yeah, it's the one that usually sits
Right.
up in the corner of
Mhm.
somebody's video through the entire video so that they're able to show what this has to do with. Okay.
Right.
Um, Also, and I'm not going to run you through the two versions of this because the way I had set this up at the last minute, which is why we were late, and I apologize, everybody. The transparent, so this logo, the way it stands, is it says transparent up at the top. When you go to put it in a video, all you're going to see is this here, the tailgate time and the outline of the truck and everything in there with the white taken out. Okay.
Mhm.
That way it doesn't clash with, say, somebody's video, or the video they're putting up as a collaborator.
Right.
One that's not transparent will have this entire white block around it. Okay. And
Mhm.
that's by their choice if they want to do that as well.
Right.
So that being said, I'm going to stop sharing that and I want to bring them up to speed with the thumbnail. So are we ready
Yeah.
for that?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I'll get it all together and we'll bring it up. And I want to make it big enough so, whoops, I can't make it too big because you won't be able to see anything. There we go. All right, so I'm going to share that now. So this will be the thumbnail to use in their video production. Okay.
Mhm.
This very first one is just, let me look at it before I say anything. This is the one that will be, there will be a space so that they're able to put a picture of their end product if they
Right.
want to, or their channel logo, or whatever it is that they want to do. So I'll go ahead and bring that up now. And there you go. That's what she went with. I'm going to move us over here again there so they can see the whole thing.
And that way, if people want to put their picture with their, dish, like holding their dish or whatever, it can go, well,
They can put it
yes,
into this
this
area
section.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you could see my arrow moving around or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love the 50-yard line. Everything just Christine had sent us over the 50-yard line, and
Yep.
we had a hard time trying to find it. Then we found it and manipulated it, and I just love it. And I'm not a green fan or a red fan, but this looks so good. I think it looks so good and represents exactly what we're doing. It's just getting ready for Super Bowl and any type of tailgate.
Right.
So,
Nope. I agree. Okay. That being said, then there is one more to show everybody as
mhm,
well. Let me get to it here. Again, I just got to set it up so you guys can see as much of it as possible. Okay, looks like that should be about ready. So this is the second version on their choice if they want to do it or not. Now this one excludes the empty space for their own video and allows the information Tiffany wants out there to be displayed. And there you go. And I'll bring this up just a hair so you can see. There you go. Okay. So
and
it, go ahead.
I was just saying, I just love it. I
Yes.
I just think it looks just great.
Well, and it's got you who's hosting it. It's got your
Mhm.
time. It's got your hashtag. It's got that it runs January 1st through January 31st. Number of channels involved, we don't know that. So, like Tiffany said, let's make a placeholder for it so we can tell that to people when we get there. And then it lists out the live stream. Now, the only thing I would change, and I'm going to come back to you so I can see your face, and I'm going to take this down just for a second. The one thing that we didn't discuss is that in the bottom where it says live stream on February 4th, we should have put in there on Mudd Mascara at what time.
Oh, great.
Okay,
You
so
know
you
how
got
I
to
love lives.
you got to decide your time you
Like,
want to do
this
it.
is really pushing me off the ledge here, y'all.
I know,
Just
I
saying.
know.
I'm
It's
just
good.
not the best at lives. I freeze up, I clench up. I'm like, so, but we'll
Now,
give it a shot.
that's the way she feels on her end. As
Yeah.
she's on a live, there ain't a one of us that notices anything you just said. So
Okay.
if anybody disagrees with me in chat, please tell her. But I'm gonna assume there ain't a one of us that think you do lives lousy. Okay.
Mm. I don't think, Deanna, that truck was one that we couldn't manipulate any colors with.
Yeah, the truck itself we were stuck with.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. So now we know that's on Sunday, and that Sunday specifically, just so everybody knows, I will not be running functioning Sunday functioning chat because I'm going to be helping Tiffany with her live. So your time, to my knowledge, you know what you don't want to conflict with. So what time do you want to do this?
Just at this time. I'm
At
used
this
to
time.
being at this time. Yes.
So for it'll be 2 p.m. Pacific. Now our times change, so I'm going to get this all wrong. So everybody just bear with it. What I will say right now is we'll go with 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
We'll fill in the other ones how we need to.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Oh, hold on just a second. Hold on just a second.
Well, now we're alone. What do we do? I don't know. I'm excited about this though, because I've been tossing this idea around for a while. And I just think I've never seen a Super Bowl type get ready for a collab. If you do see them, it's always after the Super Bowl, and that's not really going to help anybody. So I wanted to do it before, and that way we got all of whatever we want to make.
And I apologize. That was Ryan from Heavenly Hills Homestead calling me back. I apologize.
Uh-oh. Thank you, thank you. So next we're working on
Hold on. Don't dap. You're moving a little ahead there.
uh-oh. Oh, you're changing the
I'm
times.
changing. Yes.
Okay.
And then I'll show you what it looks like once we get it all done. So
Okay.
um again, everybody, the primary reason for this was to give everybody an opportunity to see how it's done, what you have to go through. Now, we are far more involved in what we lay out than some people want to be. And there's nothing that says you have to do it the way we're doing it.
Mm-mm.
This is just the way I do it. And so I wanted to give Tiffany that option if she wanted it. So
Lori said her timer just went off. She's got to check her meatballs. Thank you, Mimi. Oh, of course you do, Christine. I love this
what's
hat.
that?
Christine said I like that hat too. Um, I don't know
Is
why
that
this hat
does
makes
that
my
happen to
face.
be a Gillum hat by
It's
chance?
actually a Miss Christine hat
Oh,
with
sorry.
her logo on it.
Got it.
So
Okay. There we go. Okay, got it
Got
lined
it.
up. So you're
Mm,
going to have to bear with me just a second because I'm trying to
that's what I told Tony
fix.
Suburban. I was like, it's going to be
Uh
dark by
oh.
the time we get off of here now. At least it's not freezing cold. Last
Yes.
week was really bad for me. It was a little too cold. My feet would never warm up. So, because living in a camper is way different than living in a house. And Jamie is making sourdough pretzel dough. Nice.
All
My daughter
right. So
just started her first sourdough, her very first sourdough. And we've tried it up here in the mountains, but it, I've tried to make
it
bread so
it
many times.
it
Yeah,
out.
I just, I just want to throw my hands up and say, forget it. I've tried to make it in the crock pot, all kinds of stuff. So there's got to be
It's
some,
not by lack of trying.
right. There's got to be something that has to be done different when you're in a different elevation than where I was. So,
Okay, I think I'm ready to show you if you're happy with it. We will have to go through and change it as we evolve through things, but it gives you the gist and the placeholder for
hey,
it. Okay.
Stephanie.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. So I think what they're talking about, and I'll
Woo.
come to it in just a second here.
Hey, Angela. Is it cold in Illinois right now? Deanna's from Illinois. I would imagine it's pretty cold, right?
Yeah.
Whew.
So,
Uh,
okay. So I'm going to go ahead and come back. I'm going to show you what I got. All right. So as you can see down at the bottom, I just added live stream giveaway February 4th on Mudd Mascara Homestead, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll fill that in when
mhm,
we confirm everything. Um, it, Lori is saying what Deanna was talking about was trying, I believe, trying to put the truck down on the green of the field. If I
mhm,
do that though, it offsets the, let me go back to it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If I do it, and I'll show you just as an example, it's going to move other things I don't want moved, but that's okay for right now. If I move it down, then what happens is that I got all this open space up here. And I would have to change things because now if I unclick that, you'll see the chair part of the barbecuer is now um, blocked in. Let me see if I can minimize this. And again, Tiffany, it's got to be something you're happy with because this is yours. So hold on just 1 second. I need to address an issue. I'll be right back.
mhm. I like the 50 showing actually. That's not bad, 55, 60 degrees. Well, last week it was like at night, it was in the 20s, 28, 29. And this week is totally different. It's, well, today I think it got to be like 72, 73 degrees.
Right.
I was like, this is ridiculous.
So Rhonda said go to Colorado's extension office. They
Mhm.
have a lot of recipes for higher elevation breads.
Okay. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
check that out.
Yeah. She meant the version. Oh, okay. Well, that being the case, then I'm going to move this stuff back where it was. I think that's where it was. Does that look right, Tiffany?
I think so.
Okay. So you good with that?
Yeah, I missed the 50 though. That's the only
Well,
thing I miss is the
I
50.
know you do, but
Yeah.
well, okay. So here's a way you can do this. So I will take both of these. You can move this up here,
Mhm.
and we want you hosting it to be the bigger of the things.
Mhm.
So I think if we do this, make it a different font so it's a little different. There, it's more concise.
Mhm.
And take this, move it over here. Take this, move this over here. There. Okay.
Okay.
And then take this and move it right up under there. Moving this way and this way and move that like right there.
Yeah, I like that better. I just like the 50-yard line.
And I know, I get that. So it's just a matter of making all this fit.
And then
Okay.
if you did move the truck down, what does it look like now?
Okay. So that
Just
I will.
curiosity.
Right. No, I get it. I get it. So you have to bear with me here because I got to do this a different way so I don't get. I'm trying to miss getting that. Okay. I think I got everything. Yep. Okay. There. But then this here. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Move it out a little bit. There.
Okay.
And actually, this here, I would say let's move this down below
Mhm.
because it's something we want to put out there, but it's not something that has to be
Right.
up front, if that makes any sense. Okay.
That looks cool.
Are you good with that?
Yeah, because there's already a football in the truck. I was thinking of something to put up there in the corner, but um that looks good.
Everybody.
Hello,
Oh,
Joy.
Lori's saying the truck a little to. Oh, she went and said nice. So I'm going to go with everybody's okay with that. And it looks
Mhm.
good and it's pleasing, obviously, if they're good with it. Um, I guess what we could do if you want to is run it by everybody and either give us a yes, it's good, or thumbs up. And
Yeah,
okay. Stephanie loves it. Teresa says it looks great or it's great.
I like it.
Deanna likes it because it doesn't look like the truck's floating in air. And now I understand what she's saying. So, I get it.
Yeah,
Jamie's is a thumbs up and a heart. So
good.
that's good.
I like it. I just
And
can't believe
ultimate,
of all colors it's green and red, which is totally not me, but it looks great.
well, the other option I have, which I just want to show you because I want you to not feel like you didn't have a say so per se. Could do it
No,
that
no,
way.
no. I don't like that. I like it all the green and white. It looks the bomb like that.
That,
Mm.
that,
Oh,
or that.
No, I like it original.
Or we can just go back to original. Okay.
I like that. Everything streamlines.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. Lori
it
likes
looks good.
it. I think you got a thumbs up from Deanna because it's so small I can't read it.
It looks
Pink with
it's an
green is
okay.
just gross, Jamie
Yeah,
said. All right. So if you're okay with it, ultimately that's what
yeah,
matters, and we'll leave it there.
I love
On
it.
the one that has for the picture part, I'll take
Mhm.
out the parts that we need to take out so they have space for adding in their own picture.
Their own photo. Okay,
Yeah. All right.
that looks good.
Okay. So now I'm going to save this one. Okay. And that'll go through its thing while we're sitting here doing our thing. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Stop sharing. Come back to reality. Jamie likes the pink, she says.
Mhm.
Here's the whole point. Okay. You can change it 25,000 different ways. It's what
Right.
you feel is going to attract people, look the nicest, look more professional, puts an image out there. That's ultimately what you're trying to
Mhm.
do. Now, you've seen my thumbnails. Some of them are wacky and some of them are just straight colors. Some of
Right.
them have cartoony looking things. Some of them have real things. I think it really is about a mood, if that makes any
Mhm.
sense, and what you can feel in your heart that feels right. So,
Well, I know there's gonna be some guys, that I know that are
right.
gonna and I just wanna keep it green across the board. I like that.
But I like
It's
what you said too, is it's streamlined. It
mhm.
doesn't
It's
look,
very streamlined.
yeah, it doesn't look wacky or out of place or anything. It looks like it
Right.
fits. So, all right. So we're almost a half hour in. You ready for the next step?
Yes.
Because now you got your name, and
Right.
anybody who wants to do a checklist, you can do that. Maybe next
Mhm.
time I'll put one up for everybody. But you have a theme or an item or an idea. You've already
Mhm.
went through that. Okay. So that was step one. Number two, what is the name? You've already done that. You got the hashtag to go along with it.
Right.
You've now done your amount of time that you want it to go, which is the first through the 31st.
Mhm.
You figured out um, your logo, both
Mhm.
the transparent and the regular. You've done your thumbnail. And
Mhm.
when we get done, we'll have both the put their picture in or informational. So you
Right.
got that done. So now it's time to move on to your is anybody interested letter.
Okay.
Email, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Okay. I will bring up what I use for Noodle November. Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be mine, but you can go through and change what needs to be changed. You can add, subtract, you can do whatever to it. Um, because it's just for example. That's the only thing it's intended for. Okay.
Right.
I got to get there though. Hold on just a second. All right. So we'll bring that up. Okay. So I'm now not watching you guys on screen. I'm in the document itself. So bear that in mind if you're trying to get my attention. I can't see you right now.
Hey,
So,
Michelle and JJ.
now we're all in trouble.
Trouble.
Now things are going to change. Hello. And Stephanie hopped in. I don't remember if I said
Mhm.
hello to her, but hi, Stephanie. Thank you for coming in. So, what we're doing is I'm going to pull this down just for a second. We are in part two of trying to help Tiffany put together her first self hosted, alone collaboration she's going to do in January. Good. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Yep. Ooh. Thank you
Michelle's
for
busy.
listening. Yeah, she's busy. So, um, can I throw something out too? And this will help us in the next phase we go into.
Uh,
Would you like any of these people that are in chat to join you?
oh yeah, anybody.
Okay.
It
So
doesn't matter to me how big it is.
now, can you remind people what is your collaboration? Even though we know it's called tailgate time, what is your collaboration about?
It's about getting ready for the Super Bowl or a tailgate party. So it can be, I don't know. When you go to a tailgate, you've got chili, you've got hot dogs, you've got dips, you've got chips, you've got sauces,
Finger food,
all all
sandwiches.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just anything like that, whatever your favorite is,
Okay. And you don't physically, we talked about this. It isn't that you have to go to a tailgate party, but
Mm-mm.
what would you take if you went to one? What
Right.
would you take if you had a family gathering, a picnic, or a social event
Right.
that you would want people to have? Now, we're not talking about what wouldn't you like to see so they understand the difference you're looking at,
Um,
or does it, or are you not limiting it that way?
I'm not really limiting it like that because there's different cultures, different styles of people. Um, I know some of the barbecue guys are going to be involved. I mean,
Hmm.
you've got Stephanie who wants in with diabetic cooking. We don't, I don't want anyone to have any type of chains on them where they
Okay.
have to be specific. It's just really what you would bring to a tailgate party or any type of party. I mean,
Right.
like we used to do these we called them block parties, but they were ministry parties. And one of the things I would bring always was baked beans, you
Oh,
know.
okay.
So stuff like that. You could
I
be
have to do
anything.
sorry, I have to do something real quick. It'll take me 1 minute. Would you carry on the conversation,
Okay.
please? Sorry.
Now I got to keep going.
Sorry.
Hot dogs, sausages wrapped in I mean, I could come up with a million ideas because my brain functions like that, especially throughout the night. I mean, I wake up thinking about, oh, I could do this or I could do this for this collab that I've been involved in. And I've done, yes, game day food. I've done multiple collabs where I've been involved in them. And, um, it's all about one theme and everybody being their self and bringing their self to the table. So, whatever that is that represents you, that's going to go out on that table at that event is what I'm looking for. I wanna see you, your personality, you know, so in the collabs, you get to see a lot of people's different personality. There's Christine's got a collab growing right now that's, Wild Game November, and it's all about how to do wild game. Derek Fowler's got one going, that's Steer September, not September, Steer Simber. So it's about any type of, a steer meat, steaks, hamburgers, stuff like that. But for me personally, I love these because you get to see that person, what they do, what they like, what they're about, because we don't all cook the same. We don't all have the favorites. And it inspires other people to do something different, maybe that they've never seen before. Yeah, meat and cheese trays, charcuterie boards. There's I mean, the list is a mile long, and my brain functions on those types of ideas. And I just love to see what everybody else can do, and what they bring or what they're about. Because I'm telling you, when people are cooking and bringing those dishes to the forefront in a collab or any video like that, they're bringing a part of themselves
Yes.
to that, and that's what I love. So I want everybody to be their self and bring their self.
So, hello, Xander. Thank you for coming in.
Mm.
So, what I would encourage anybody that's interested, email Tiffany at.
Mm. Uh, I don't know.
Okay.
Hold on one second because I have 2 emails, I'm sorry.
That's
It's
why I asked. I wasn't sure which one you wanted it to go to.
yeah, it is Mudd N as in
In
Nancy
okay,
mascara homestead at gmail.com because the and sign was already taken. So
hold on.
and it's on my about page. My email is.
Look, I just typed it in there. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, there you go. So email Tiffany, let her know what you're talking about so she knows what you're talking about. And then she can add it to her list, which we'll get to that next week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And y'all can do anything, even something off the cuff, y'all.
Right.
I love
Tamara
doing
and
stuff like that.
Tamara Emmeling said, don't forget the sweets.
Yep. Anything at all.
Yep.
So,
Okay. So let's go back to your "Are you interested?" email.
letter. Okay.
Okay. So again, you always want to start it off with something nice, hello everyone, or whatever you want to put in there. I'm trying to get a calendar set up and out as soon as possible, so let's not include that. Okay. Take out "I'm really" and put in "I'm trying to see who would be interested in," and then here is where I would put your hashtag.
Right.
Tailgate time. Get rid of that. Okay, and it's always going to come up red because it doesn't recognize it, but you know what? I have a feeling I'm going to be using this for a while, so we'll add it to my personal dictionary.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now, when I did Noodle November, I was after a specific thing. I didn't want to have 25 different spaghettis being made, so I requested that people let me know what they were going to make. You don't have to do it that way. Again, none of what I am showing you do you have to do. I mean, it's personally up to you.
I want to be surprised.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I want to be surprised.
Okay, so we're going to take that out altogether.
Okay.
And we're not wanting anything different or abnormal, so I'm going to take that out. Okay. I don't think you want to list it as collab rules. Okay. But let's tell them what it is you want them to do.
Okay. So, why did you get up and leave? You could have just been listening to me while I was telling everybody. I'm sorry. I am looking for channels who are willing to, I don't know,
show us.
Show us or be involved in. No, hold on. This is where y'all are going to see me struggle because I got to think.
Okay, hold on. Let me type up a sentence and we'll go from there. How's that sound? Okay. I'm looking for channels who are willing to show us what would they bring to a tailgate party.
Yeah.
This can include anything.
See, that's what I was going to say. If it's me writing it, I'm going to say this can include from A to Z, whatever. Right.
So here,
and that's just my personality.
Right. And what I would do here is just for example, it could include. Now, here's where you're going to have to start telling me things. What things can it include?
I mean, it could include barbecue, chili, sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers, baked beans, macaroni and cheese.
Hold on. Stop. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming back to the screen.
Okay. I'm just saying anything that you could bring to
I want you to hear me, okay? I might be good at typing, but I am not that good at typing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're on the same page now.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, whoa. And let me get you back to where I'm at. I got barbecue and chili and lost the rest.
Okay. So barbecue chili, sides, appetizers, desserts, finger foods, dips, chips, homemade chips, dips, uh, taquitos. I mean, I could just go, I could make that a full page of suggestions. Anything. I think you should replace pies with cupcakes. Okay, cupcakes, casseroles, salads. I mean, anything, sauces, anything spicy. That's my game. Bring on the spice. Jalapenos, jalapeno poppers, jalapeno dip, all that. You could do it all. Whatever you want to do. You can make a whole meal.
Okay.
Yeah. I am looking for this can include anything. Anything. Yes, anything.
Okay.
Anything.
I can't overemphasize it any more than other than to bold it. Okay.
And underline. We could underline it. Anything.
I'm changing the font and all that here. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. There.
There we go. That looks perfect.
Okay. Now you want to say, if you are interested,
That's a good idea.
please contact me by what date?
Yeah, I don't want to say as soon as possible because my internet is limited. So I don't have the bandwidth to really play with stuff. I hate to be like that, but I just don't have it.
Right.
So, honestly, I would need to know before because you got to think after this, you got to put together a letter that goes
Mhm.
out with all of your logos and hashtags. Then you have to create a calendar. Then
Yep.
you have to send out the calendar. So it would be best for me to have it in my hands no later than mid November. And I know everybody's probably thinking December, but I'm working off 150 gigs. So, and one live can eat up anywhere from 4 to 6 gigs. So, I have to be because I mean, you got to think, you got to respond to everybody and all that. That's where my brain's working with this.
Okay. So I went with the 20th on the letter. Does that sound okay to you?
Yes, that way it's done before Thanksgiving, and I've got Thanksgiving and all that time to get
Right.
everything together.
Right. Okay. So
Right. Your collaborators will bring all the recipes that will likely yes.
so that might be something to consider when you do your actual informational email with your
Mhm.
logos and all that. And I think people are requesting it and have been requesting it over a good amount of time. If the collaborators can include a recipe, if it's not just a normal, simple throw together thing,
Right, right.
So
Okay.
okay, so um, contact me by email at same address.
Mhm.
Oh, something didn't look right there. There we go.
Right.
Okay. And just leave it as that. Plain and simple.
And then if we send this out uh, this week, like Monday, if I send out the mass email Monday, or are we going to go with them and do all the people? Because I want everybody that's been involved over the last couple of weeks and throughout to see how many responses you get or what happens. And you can't get butt hurt if somebody says no. I'm just telling you that from the get go because some people may not be interested in the type of collab you're doing, or they may just be so busy or limited internet. There's so many things going on in everybody's life that you have to roll with what's happening.
Right.
And
Right.
but those who want to be there will be there, you
Right.
know. And I think
Thank you
it'll
for
be
coming in,
fun.
Teresa. Appreciate it.
Yes. Um I think it'll be fun to see everybody's different, what they would do.
Right. No, I agree with you. And I think um so there's that's that part. Okay. That actually of the two letters, that's the easier one.
Right.
Okay. But now you can build the informational letter off of what you've put out here. Okay.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Everybody has a different situation that they're going through, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So now we've done that. Let's hit on a topic because we still got about 15 minutes or so. So
mhm,
um let's hit on, and it's a conversation you and I have had before. How do I go about, and I'm not asking you for your information specifically, but I am to a degree, and you'll understand when I say that. Okay. Say what I'm going to say
okay.
just because we have the time. Um, how do you go about figuring out where you're going to draw the channels you want to look at to put this initial "Are you interested?" letter out there or email?
Well, for me, it is, I mean, this is just my perspective. There's some
Hmm.
people that I want to invite that have no idea who I am, but I
Right.
know who they are.
Right.
These are some channels that I've watched for years that I would like to get involved in this collab.
Right.
The second thing is the communities that I'm involved in.
Hmm.
Not only am I involved in this community, but I'm also involved in a barbecue community that I would
Hmm.
like for those two communities to come together and be in this collaboration because when you go into, depending on what it is. Now, if I was out here talking about solar and doing a collab on solar, yeah, there would be a limited amount of people that I would
Right. Right.
invite
Right.
because not everybody has it, but everybody has been to some type of party
Right.
that they've brought something to, whether they're keto, diabetic, uh, sugar free, whatever, or full, whatever, like me, I'll eat whatever. You know, everybody can do that. And it's always just bringing a part of them. So,
Well, I
and I
think I
want
think
those
the
people
thing
together.
I think the thing that actually is beautiful about one of these types of collaborations is, and specifically this type of collaboration. Hold on, I'm typing something. Give me a second here. It is when you deal with food, and I think you really hit onto it what you just said. When you deal with food in general, okay,
Mhm.
you have your food community, you have your kitchen community, you have your barbecue community, you have your keto community, you have your diabetic community, you have a baking community, a dessert community.
Yeah.
We could go on and on and on. And
Mhm.
so this type of collaboration allows you to venture those invitations out as
Mhm.
big as you want it to be,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, because I mean, you
So
can even
so the
incorporate a canning community in here. There is so many things that you can
right.
make out of your canned food that you can take, you know, to an event like
Right.
this. So, you
Now,
know,
now, now, I want to step back just one half inch for a second. You had mentioned don't get butthurt if people say no, because there are people that are not going to do it
mhm,
just because they may not do it. Okay,
mhm,
Christine, and I wanted to. I'm glad you actually said it because she's a prime example. Christine, Miss Gillum Farm, she's doing the wild
game
game
November.
November, I think is what it
Mhm,
is. She put an invitation out to me. I didn't join it because I can't hunt anymore. So does that mean I don't like hunting or haven't done it or
right,
any of that? No, it doesn't.
right.
I just don't do it anymore. And so
Mhm,
she was nice enough to invite me, and I actually should have sent her an email and said, no, sorry, Christine, I apologize for that. Um, but you will get channels that won't,
mhm,
but that does that mean when Christine puts another collaboration together, I'm not going to say yes to it? No, it doesn't,
right.
you know. It just
Because
may
not
not be
everything right, not everything fits everybody. You've got
right.
channels that are going in separate directions and, they're doing this thing and this may not be a part of that, and that's okay.
Hmm. And I agree.
So,
So anyway, the other thing I would add too is you could also, when you're trying to look at which channels do I reach out to, I think one thing that is not a bad thing to do is reach out to those you may have collaborated with before.
mhm,
But one thing I will say, do not hop on somebody else's collaboration address book. You will tick, not saying this to you because we've talked about this before.
mm,
I'm just saying to everybody out here in general, because you will tick people off if you're just, oh, I was in collaboration X, Y, and Z 2 months ago. I'm going to copy their address list and put it into my letter and send
oh,
it out to
okay.
those people.
I was like, "What?"
Make sense?
Yeah, no.
Okay. That's not to
Yeah.
say you don't have people that were in that collaboration
Right,
you
right.
want to reach out to, and you can. Yes,
Mhm,
by all means, do that.
right.
Yeah. So Christine says exactly. So I know she gets it.
Yeah.
She's a smart little hummingbird,
Mhm.
is what she is.
Very sweet lady.
Yes, she is. So that puts us in. Okay, you
So
don't
what so
understand.
what Tony's saying is when you get invited to a collab, if the collaborator puts everyone's email address in the 2 instead of blind copying people,
Right,
you have access to see all that and to go and copy that list and put it on your list instead of physically doing the work. See, like for me, a lot of the barbecuing community, there you have to go to their page. There's what,
right.
10 that you can get a day of the email if you
Five,
view?
actually, five.
5. So
Yep,
it takes time to come up with all of those email addresses.
right.
And you want to you see that's what we're talking
Yeah,
about
she
because
gets it now.
several
Yeah.
people have done that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And it becomes frustrating. And I'll tell you why. It's kind of a privacy issue, and some of us are trying to transition into doing the blind carbon copy
Mhm.
instead of the direct, because there are some people out there that use personal emails they don't want public to everybody. And
Right.
so now, if you come, just example, if Tiffany was to go off of all of my collaboration email lists and put them together, she could be then mass producing that email address that
Mhm.
specific person didn't want to have public. So,
Right.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Now, again, that doesn't mean you're not. I mean, 90% of the people, if
Mhm.
not more, that I have in collaborations.
But there are some channels that I'm reaching out to that don't know me from Adam's House Cat,
Right,
and
right.
I'm going to have to go and look up their
Yep,
information to try to get these guys that I've watched for so long, you know,
yep.
just to see if they'd be willing to, put out a video.
Right, right. That's what I did with the emails I sent out. I'm not quite sure what she's saying.
I think she blind copied.
Oh, okay. which if you don't do it normally, it becomes a
It's a
retraining
yes.
process. It's it's hard to remember to do it because if you don't
Yes.
normally do it, but I have now over time realized the
Mhm.
way of my error,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Yes. But I still do it. I caught myself the other day. Yeah,
Yeah.
blind carbon copy is
Yeah.
what you're talking about. So um I can't think anything else that ties in specifically to what we were just talking about. So next week then we'll be on, or I don't know, are we doing next week or do we have to skip a week?
We should be good for next week.
Okay.
Like, I'm really trying to budget everything. If something
Right.
comes up where we are not here or I am not here, it is going to be because of the internet.
Okay.
But I'm
Well,
trying to manage it and keep it low.
okay. So we'll try for part 3 on the 12th next week. The week after, though, we need to take a break. That doesn't
Right.
free you up, though, unless well, it does if you can't be there, because
Mhm.
that's when we're doing the update on the $10 food pantry challenge. Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll catch back up on the 26th back onto this. Hopefully, by that time, you've received your responses,
And then
which
we
will
can
play out really well in that aspect as well.
right.
So,
Right.
okay. Um, so that being said, then what I would suggest is probably trying to come up with your welcome letter next week. Not
Okay.
your welcome, your informational letter.
Okay.
Okay. So over the week, we'll talk a little bit and we'll get some information figured out, but we'll have kind of a itemized list of what it is we're looking at and what we need to
Okay.
talk about. So,
That sounds good.
okay. And I think that'll based on the 20th being your respond to me,
Mhm.
that plays out with all those dates pretty well.
Mhm.
So, all right.
Thank you, everybody, for all your help. I
Yes.
appreciate it. Everybody, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It's been nice and enjoyable, and now you got your structures there. Now it's
Mhm.
just moving forward, and
Right.
you're still in a really good time situation, so you're
Mhm.
not crunching yourself, but you're going to get enough out there ahead of the game so people aren't blindsided at the last minute with it.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and I don't like the last minute stuff, so
no. What we can do though next week, so we can go through the letter and then we can show up how to make a calendar in either Google Docs or Excel,
right.
because
That'll be good.
I know you want to utilize that. So we'll go ahead and show how to do that, but we won't input information until the 26th, I think it was.
Okay. That
Okay.
sounds good. That
All
sounds
right.
good. All right, bye, you guys.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. You guys all have a good week. And then we're back to game night on Tuesday night.
Woo!
Yay.
I love that game too.
Do you? You like that one?
Yes, yes.
Well, maybe you'll have to come on as a guest one of these
I
times.
will. I will.
All right.
I love that game.
Good.
All right, guys.
All right, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Tiffany.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tony.
Yep. Bye.